Jai Gurudev children, today we are going to start next chapter from unit 1, that is the tiger in the zoo. In this chapter there is a description of a tiger who is captivated in the zoo and longing for freedom. So let's start. A tiger in the zoo. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet. In his quiet rage, he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Now let us go through the new words, that is stalks, vivid, velvet, lurking. Next is plump, snarling, bearing, stalking. That's it. Patrolling. Now their word meanings. First is stalks. Stalks means to walk secretly. Vivid means clear. Stripes means pattern on tiger's body. The lines on tiger's bodies are stripes. Velvet is a cloth stuff. Pads is the soft sole of the tiger's paw. Quiet is calm. Lurking, wait in hiding to attack someone. Next, plump, full and round in shape. Snarling, trapping. Bearing, showing. Fangs, teeth. Stalking again, walk stiffly or proudly here. Once again, stalks here in this sentence, walk secretly. Vivid, clear, stripes patterned on tiger's body. Velvet is a stuff, a kind of stuff. Quiet, calm, lurking, to hide, to attack someone. Plump, round in shape, snarling, trapping, bearing, showing, fangs, teeth, sharp teeth. Stalking the length of his cage means to walk proudly. Patrolling, to take rounds. Patrolling means to take rounds. Now explanation. The poem A Tiger in the Zoo begins with a description of a tiger that is very beautiful and is walking in his little cage. He has beautiful stripes on his skin and has velvet-like soft paws. But the tiger is not happy and is quite angry about being confined in the cage. Rage means angry. The poet says that if the tiger was not confined to the zoo cage, he would have been hiding himself behind the long grass near some water body in order to catch its prey. And what is the prey of the tiger? That is deer. Also, he would have terrorized the residents of the villages around the forest area. But the reality is totally opposite to this. He was confined in a cage which was made up of strong building material and he was helpless there. He could not show his power to the visitors. Therefore, never try to terrorize them. The tiger is described as being powerless and agonized by the poet. He says that during night also he is alone, hearing the voice of the patrolling cars and patrolling vehicles of the police and looking at the stars. The cage life has totally changed the tiger's personality. The poet is trying to say that the animal, which is famous for its fearlessness and freedom, is restricted and sad due to the human beings who want to derive pleasures by looking at them in the zoo cage. Now, if we analyze this poem, we see this poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with a tiger in its natural habitat. What is the natural habitat of the tiger? Forest. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and again back to the zoo. In the zoo, he has no freedom. He has kept in a cemented cell behind the bars. He feels angry, frustrated, and helpless. This reminds him of his natural habitat. He is hiding and sliding in the long grass near the water hole and pouncing upon the fat deer. Plump deer means fat deer. The way he terrorized the villagers, displaying his sharp teeth and claws. At night, in the zoo, he hears the sounds of patrolling cars. The tiger in the zoo appears helpless as a mere showpiece and source of entertainment to people. The poet wants to convey that it is cruel to keep wild animals in small enclosures of the zoo, away from their natural habitat. They feel angry, helpless, and unhappy in the cage. He pays no attention to the visitors who come to watch him. In the silence of the night, he stares at the brilliant stars with the brilliant eyes. Now let's go through the question answers. First question is, this poem tries to depict the mental condition of a caged tiger and his helplessness. Is this pitiable or frustrating? Why? The tiger depicted in the poem is caged in the zoo. This is not a natural habitat of the tiger. He is used to roam freely in the jungle, terrorizing animals in the jungle and roaring near the borderline homes were its habits. On the contrary, he is now caged and confined to the small area of the cage. This is making him frustrated and agitated because he is now dependent on the zoo staff for his food also. In addition to this, the people who visit the zoo take under advantage of the caged tiger and trouble him in many ways. This further makes the condition pitiable and depressing for the tiger. Obviously, if you are confined to some restricted place, you feel frustrated and agitated and you long for coming out of that. The same is the condition of the tiger. Next is, why is the zoo not the place for the tiger? Zoo is not a place for the tiger because he is made for the forest. To roam freely in the forest in search of food are his habits. So, these things can't be accomplished in the cage. And the tiger becomes dependent on the man for everything. This makes the tiger frustrated. And the next is, what can we do to save the tiger? There are the following points we have to follow to save the tiger. First one, we should save our forest and prevent deforestation. We should not cut off the trees and prevent others to do so because forest is the main habitat of the tiger. Next is, we should avoid using things or medicines made by any part of the tiger. This will prevent poaching of them. And the third one, we should plant more and more trees which will keep our planet green there by keeping the habitat of the tiger intact. Next is, what do you understand by patrolling? Who is doing it? Why? The routine look around is calling patrolling. You must have seen police patrolling the sensitive areas where they find something wrong is going to happen. The police patrols there. Similarly, the zoo staff patrols to see whether everything is going all right in the zoo. The zoo persons are doing patrolling to keep a watch on what is happening inside the zoo. Next is, write the summary of the poem, The Tiger in the Zoo. That can be done by yourself also. So let's go through it. The poem, The Tiger in the Zoo, is written by Leslie Narris. It's important to know the poet of the poem. You have to underline it. The poem describes the condition of the tiger that is confined to his cage in the zoo. The tiger should not be there in the cage, which is not his natural home. He is used to roam about in jungle, roaring and terrorizing the animals in jungle and villages on the boundary with his roar and showing off his canines. Now all his strength is locked inside the cell. As people pass by him, his frustration increases and he walks around his cage in rage. His condition is pitiable because he can't even hunt his prey according to his wish. He is dependent on humans for that also. The tiger, while in the cage, remembers his days in forest when he was free and happy. I hope you understood this. Thank you. Jai Gurudev.